Good day, Troy. Our lead cure is asking that the teams move into either on the field if you are Alliance 1 or 8. We are now accepting Alliance 1 and 8 on the field. If you're in the next match, please let's move into queuing. Thank you. Attention, Troy. We are ready to have Alliance 1 and Alliance 8 loaded onto the field. We need Alliance 1 and Alliance 8 on the field. Again, we need the Alliance number 1 and Alliance number 8 loaded onto the field. Alliance number 1, Alliance number 8 on the field. And it's the automation period in the Chuck practice match number 1.
If anyone has a recording of me football hiking that note on the stage, I would really, really appreciate to get a copy of that video. Test. Welcome to Alliance Elimination. Yeah. Before we introduce our teams, I would like to reintroduce our game announcer, Mr. George Spencer.
Hello, Troy.
Without any further ado, let's meet our teams. Right here on the Red Alliance is Team 2960.
From Birmingham, Michigan, it's Automation Nation. They were the captain, the number 5 captain at their last district competition in Ann Arbor.
Joining them is Team 910.
It's the Foley Freeze. In their 22 years in FRC, they've been to multiple and won multiple district competitions.
The final member of the Red Alliance is Team 27.
From Clarkston, Michigan, it's Team Rush, 3-time world champions.
On the blue side is 7762.
From Warren, Michigan, it is the Autopilots, the captains of the number 8 Alliance.
In the middle is 308.
Their first pick, it's the Monsters, representing Walled Lake Consolidated Schools.
And finally, we have Team 818.
It's the Steel Armadillos, also from Warren, Michigan.
quickly.
Yeah. So Zach's going to be joining us and filling in some insights.
We have a thumbs up. Drivers behind the line. And 3, 2, 1, crescendo.
And it's our first upper bracket match here on Active Field in Troy. Many, many notes flying into the red speaker and a lot of notes going into blue. Team Rush 27 grabs another note and shoots again. As red goes into the teleoperated period, up 46 to a blue 19. Team 308, that's the Monsters from Wall Lake, grab a note and they shoot and score into the blue speaker. They're moving across to the blue source to grab another note to continue the scoring for blue. Meanwhile, 77-62, the Autopilots also scoring for blue as they're back across to the blue source as the Monsters and Rush hit one another pretty hard in front of our head ref Allen here. Both machines keep on operating as both of these alliances are cycling rapidly back and forth across the field. The red speaker was amplified with multiple shots going in. And with 1 minute and 15 seconds left, red's out to a commanding lead, 74 to a blue 36. 8:18, the Steel Armadillos racing across the field with their teammates, the Monsters, to try to score into that blue speaker as the red amplification process just ended with more red notes going in. We've got about 45 seconds left. Red still way in front, 91-56. Steel Armadillos and the Monsters over on the Blue Alliance continue to line up and score. Meanwhile, Team Rush and 910, the Foley Freeze, are cycling an unbelievable amount of notes as we get to our Red Alliance is amplified again. That means those notes are counting for more as the human players are trying to spotlight those microphones on top of the stage. Oh, red almost had one as we've got 2 red robots on stage. We've got 1 blue robot on stage, and we'll see the official score shortly. Okay, let's see the scores. Lions with a tournament high score of 115 to 66. But as you guys know, we are in the upper bracket. That means that Alliance number 8 will be playing again in the lower bracket.
Match number 2 here on the active field. Alliance 4 against Alliance 5. Let's meet our teams. First up is Team 2834.
The captain of the number 4 Alliance from Bloomfield Hills, it is the Bionic Blackhawks.
Joining them in the middle is 9558.
The Steel Vipers from Warren, Michigan.
And finally, we have Team 226.
It is our hometown team here, the Hammerheads.
On the blue line side, we have Team 7178.
Driving the machine they call Big Mighty Mac, it is Yeti, representing Walled Lake Consolidated Schools.
In the middle is Team 245.
The captain of the number 5 Alliance, it's the Atom Bots from Rochester Hills.
And finally, we have Team 1.
It's first team number 1, the Juggernauts.
We got a thumbs up. Drivers behind the line. And 3, 2, 1, crescendo.
It's on this period in our second playoff match here on Active Field. Notes going in on the blue and the red side both. As the Hammerheads, 226 on the red side, shoot, they score. They've lined up and scored again. And we move into the teleoperated period. These alliances are tied 26 to 26. Over on the blue alliance, 245. That's the Atom Bots. Grab a free note from the middle of the field. They shoot and score. And they are already back to the blue source to grab another note. Meanwhile, team number 1, Juggernauts, also shoot and score as Yeti over on the blue alliance. That's 71-78. Works to put a note into the blue amplifier. The Atom Bots shoot into the blue speaker. Juggernauts and Yeti also get ready to shoot. And that blue speaker is amplified, so those notes are counting for many more points. Meanwhile, on the Red Alliance, 28-34, the Bionic Blackhawks, the captain of the number 4 Alliance, quickly moving across the field. They bump into their subwoofer, and the red speaker is amplified as the Blackhawks put a note in. Let's see if any of their partners can get over there and cycle before it's out. Hammerheads are under the stage when the red amplification stopped, and with 40-some seconds left, it's a very close match. Blues ahead 59 to a red 55. The Blue Alliance has scored 21 notes already. The Red Alliance has scored 17 as we get close to end game. Only 5 points between these alliances as we've got 4 robots smashing the field. Over on the Blue Alliance, the Juggernauts were going to shoot. However, we've got part of the stage 1 note spotlit on the blue stage. Let's see if the Atom Bots can get up on that for some extra points, and they do. 2 blue robots off the ground. Looks like we've got 3 red robots parked, and we'll see the official score of this very competitive match shortly. Okay, guys, that was a very, very close and competitive match. I believe our score tires are ready. Listen to me. The Red Alliance with a tied score. However, Blue committed 2 tech fouls. Tech fouls are the first tiebreaker indicator, so this is a win for the Red Alliance.
Match number 3 here on the active field. All right, well, first up right here is Team 5436.
That's the Cybercats. They won Woodhaven last year and are looking to make it a repeat.
Next to them is Team 1718.
They were finalists on the Johnson Division at Houston last year. They're hoping to go to Worlds again, and this would be a great match on their resume.
And finally, we have Team 201.
They've already qualified for your district championship. It's the Feds.
There we go. All right. First member of the Blue Alliance is Team 469.
They're no stranger to winning events. They've already won Worlds twice.
Joining them is Team 217.
Also a world champion, it's the Thunder Chickens.
And finally, we have Team 247.
From Berkeley, Michigan, it's Dubbers.
We've got a thumbs up. Drivers behind the line. And 3, 2, 1, crescendo.
Upper bracket, round 1, match 3. This is Alliance 2 versus Alliance 7. We see 2 robots on both the red and blue sides going to score into the speaker. Team 17-18, the Fighting Pie, looking to score one more, and they don't quite get it. Blue up by 7 out of auto. The Thunder Chickens and the Las Gorillas, both of those teams are world champions. They're looking to win this event as well. Las Gorillas lining up to score into the amplifier, and they nail it. 17-18, the Fighting Pie looking to score to an amplified speaker for an extra 3 points on every note that they score. Their alliance partners, the Feds and the Cybercats, both scoring. Cybercats scoring into the amp, and the Feds lining up to score into the amp as well. While they're doing that, 17-18 shooting into the speaker to try and help that Red Alliance move up. Blue still out by a lead of 12 points as Las Gorillas increases that lead by scoring into the amplifier. Blue and red both putting on a show in this high-powered match in eliminations. 247, the Bears, scoring into the speaker for the Blue Alliance. All 3 of these Blue Alliance teams scoring on offense to make sure their team can win this match. Thunder Chickens, our 3-time world champs, score into the amplified speaker, giving their team an extra advantage. Blue is trying to close that gap as quick as possible as they now have under a minute remaining. We see the Fighting Pies scoring into an amplified speaker alongside their alliance partner, the Cybercats. Fighting Pies already back with another one before this speaker's done being amplified, and this match is tied. This Red Alliance is looking to make up every single point they possibly can as Fighting Pie are picking up another ring from their human player station. Blue needs to step it up as they've lost their, nope, they're tied again. Thunder Chickens from their human player station. They need to take a second chance because it fell out of their intake. Las Gorillas now scoring into another amplified speaker. And as we have 10 seconds left, all 3 red robots looking to climb. One of the blue robots is up. And we're going to see where this match ends up as we hit 0. Our scores for round 1, match 3 are in. This match is Alliance with a final score of 95-88. The number 7 seed stays in the upper bracket.
Match number 4, Alliance 3 versus Alliance 6 here on the active field. Starting us off on the red is 96-18.
They've already won one event this year as a rookie. It's the Tronarchs.
In the middle is 49-98.
They're from Flint, Michigan. It's Tesla.
Rounding off the Red Alliance is Team 28-51.
From Sterling Heights, Michigan, it's the Crevolution.
On the Blue Alliance side, we have Team 1188.
They had a Dean's List finalist at the district championship last year. It's the Ravens.
In the middle is Team 68.
They were finalists at Kettering 2 this year. It's Trucktown Thunder.
And finally, we have Team 573.
From Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, it's the Mech Warriors.
We have a thumbs up. Drivers behind the line. And 3, 2, 1, crescendo.
Upper bracket match 4. This is Alliance 3 versus Alliance 6. Team 68, Trucktown Thunder, wasting no time, snatching a ring from the center of that field. The Ravens, their alliance partners, shooting up and scoring for blue. Over on the red side, Tesla put one in the amp before auto is over. Their alliance partner, Crevolution, rushing to the center of the field to pick up a note for them. They're now shooting into an amplified speaker with their rookie team, 96-18, shooting as well. They don't quite get it, but hopefully they'll be able to make it up. Team 1188, that's the Ravens. They're coming over and picking up a note from the field wall, and they're going to take that over to score into the speaker. That speaker is amplified, giving them an extra 3 points on their ring as their alliance partner, 573, the Mech Warriors, lines up to score as well. Our red speaker is also amplified as these robots have had no shortage of amp points. Team 4998, that's Tesla, lining up to shoot into the speaker, and they get it. Their partner, Crevolution, picking up another note and taking it back over to the red side of the field to score into the amp. With just over a minute remaining, Red has a slim lead of 5 points. That won't stand if Trucktown Thunder has anything to say about it, as they're lining up to score into the amp, and they do. 9618, that's Tronarchs taking a ring over to score into the red speaker, but 1188 wants to stop that from happening. They're playing some defense over on those red robots to try and slow them down. Red's continuing to pour rings into that red speaker, which was amplified, and they're not slowing down at all. Crevolution adds another note to their amp to help increase their lead and potentially give them another amplified speaker. 573 to an amplified speaker to help blue come back in this. We're in endgame with about 15 seconds remaining. These robots are going to start doing what they think is best for endgame. Two red robots looking like they're going to try and climb. 573 is going to try and climb. And the red human player spotlights a mic as our clock hits 0. Our upper bracket match 4 scores are ready. Alliance. With a final score of 95-80, our Alliance number 3 remains in this upper bracket.
Round 2, match number 5. Alliance 8 against Alliance 5. this is the first match in the lower bracket. The winning alliance will move forward in the lower bracket. The other alliance will be eliminated. Though without further ado, let's meet our teams. First member of the Red Alliance is Team 818.
It's the Steel Armadillos.
Joining them is Team 308.
From Wall Lake, Michigan, it's the Monsters.
And finally, we have Team 7762.
Captaining the number 8 Alliance, it's the Autopilots from Warren.
On the blue side, we have Team 7178.
Also from Wall Lake, it's Yeti.
Joining them is Team 245.
The captain of the number 5 Alliance, the Atom Bots.
And finally, we have Team 1.
Our first team in first, the Juggernauts. You know, Chuck, I think Wall Lake may be in a little bit of a conundrum when it comes to this match.
A what?
A conundrum. That means not knowing which alliance they want to have win.
Ooh. That's a good point.
Since 308's on one alliance from Walled Lake, and 7178 is on the other alliance.
Uh-oh. Conflict of interest much? How about we liven up the place a little bit? Make some noise if you want the Red Alliance to win.
Okay, make some noise if you want that Blue Alliance to win.
And how about we hear it again if you want the Red Alliance to win?
And let's hear it one more time for the Blue Alliance.
We have a thumbs up. Drivers behind the line. And 3, 2, 1, crescendo.
And it's elimination match. The first elimination match here on Active Field. Notes going into the Blue and the Red Alliance both, as the Steel Armadillos score a red note right before our tele-operated period starts, and Blue starts out with the lead, 36 to a red 24. Team number 1, the Juggernauts, grab a note, they shoot and score, as the Atom Bots 245 slide in right behind them and also score for the Blue Alliance. Over on the Red Alliance, 77-62. Puts another note into the amplifier, so blue is currently amplified. We see one note, maybe two notes going in at least for blue. Those notes being worth more points as red is now amplified. Saw at least one note go up. And 308 gets ready to shoot, and oh, it didn't quite make it. We've got a minute and 20 seconds left in this one. Blue's out to a lead, 59 to a red 30. Remember, the alliance that wins this one stays in. The alliance that does not, does not. 71-78. That's the Yeti machine from Wall Lake. Moves over to the blue source to grab a note. They grab it and they're gone. Meanwhile, on the Red Alliance, 818, that's the Steel Armadillos. The FTAs are working with that machine to try to get it up and running again as we are running a 2v3 match with red a bit behind and blue continuing to pile on the lead. We've got about 30 seconds left. Blue's up 75 to a red 49. The Alliance captain autopilots grab a note, slide the red amp so they can score. Meanwhile, 308 also lines up to shoot for red. The red speaker is amplified, and we've got two blue robots in the air. Make it 3. Two red robots parked at the stage, and we'll see the official score shortly. Okay, looks like our official scores are ready. And remember, this is the first match in the lower bracket, so the team that wins stays in. The team that does not gets to pick another alliance to cheer for, so let's see those official scores. It's the Blue Alliance with a score of 95 to 54. So let's hear a big round of applause to Team 7762, the Autopilots, Team 308, the Monsters, and Team 818, the Steel Armadillos, for giving us some great competition here at Troy.
Match number 6 here on the active field. Alliance 2 against Alliance 6 here in a lower bracket. Starting us off on the red is 54-36.
It's the Cybercats, the captain of the number 2 alliance from Rochester.
By their side is 17-18.
It's the Fighting Pie from Armada.
Completing the red alliance is Team 201.
Also from Rochester, it's the Fed, driving the machine they call Spider.
On the blue alliance side is Team 1188.
It's the Ravens from Royal Oak.
In the middle is Team 68.
Trucktown Thunder.
And finally, we have Team 573.
It's the Mac Warriors, the captain of the number 6 alliance.
We have a thumbs up. Drivers, put your hands in the air and wave them like a dish don't care.
Hey, Chuck, that's like a 3, 2, 1, no.
And we have a thumbs up. Drivers behind the line. And 3, 2, 1, crescendo.
It's match number 6 here in our elimination tournament on Active Field. Lots of notes going in for both of these alliances, including a bunch of notes over on the red side. As we move into that teleoperated period, Reds up by 8, 29 to a blue 21. 17-18 to Fighting Pie have a note in their possession. They shoot and score. Meanwhile, the Feds, 201, they put a second note into the red amplifier, and the red speaker is now amplified. Fighting Pie shoot and score. The Feds are moving all over also to shoot, but they don't quite make it into the speaker. As 54-36, the Cybercats on the Red Alliance put another note into that amplifier, so Red can now amplify again. The blue speaker is currently amplified with teams shooting towards that speaker. Trucktown makes it in right as the lights go out, and with 1 minute and 20 seconds left, there's only 1 point between these two alliances. It's blue 46 to a red 47. Over on the blue alliance, 573, the Mac Warriors, the captain of this alliance. Shoot and score for blue as Trucktown Thunder 68 and 1188 the Ravens, rapidly moving back and forth across the field to continue to score for blue. The blue speaker is amplified again. The blue machine's trying to put one more note in that speaker before it goes out. And with 35 seconds left, only 3 points between these alliances. They're fighting for their tournament lives as the red speaker is amplified and red notes going in. Captain of the Red Alliance throws one in right before the light goes out. End game. 7 points between these alliances as the human players get involved. 201 the Fed is trying to get hooked up onto the stage. Trucktown Thunder is up for blue. We have a spotlit note on blue. And we'll see the official scores of this tightly contested match shortly. Okay, folks, we're still sorting this one out. We want to make sure that we get it absolutely correct. So, folks, it's going to be a couple minutes before we have the official outcome of that last match. We definitely want to get this one correct. Again, we're in the eliminations. We're in the lower bracket. So this one counts for all of the marbles. We've got a great referee crew here, and we are going to make sure that we get this one correct. So please be patient and stand by. Okay, folks. The results of match 6 are on hold. The results are on hold currently, so we are going to proceed with match number 7. All set.
Now, I know I'm only one person, but I have a job to do. You guys are way too loud. Anyway, let's meet our teams for match number 7 here on the active field. Starting us off is team 2960.
It's Automation Nation from Birmingham, Michigan.
Joining them is team 910.
Driving the machine they call Sub-Zero Symphony, it's the Fully Freeze.
And finally is team 27.
From Clarkston, Team Rush.
On the blue side, we have team 9558.
The Steel Vipers from Warren, Michigan.
In the middle is team 226.
It's the Hammerheads, our hometown team here in Troy.
And finally, we have team 2834.
The captain of the number 4 Alliance, the Bionic Blackhawks.
We've got a thumbs up. Drivers behind the line, and 3, 2, 1, crescendo.
It's the autonomous period in match number 7 here on Active Field. Lots of notes flying in over on the red side, a few flying in over on blue. As Team Rush goes out and scores one more. Is it going to be another one? And it is. Red moves into the teleoperated period with a lead of 31-16. On the Blue Alliance, the Hammers heads. 2:26. Grab a free note out from the middle of the field. They score, and then they're back to their source for more. Meanwhile, the captains of the number 4 Alliance, 28-34. That's the Bionic Blackhawks, also shoot and score. The blue speaker is amplified. That means they're getting more points. As the Hammerheads try to get back and score one more time, they don't quite make it. Meanwhile, on the Red Alliance, Foley Freeze, number 9-10, and Team Rush, 27, rapidly cycling notes side to side on this field as 2960 Automation Nation puts another note in the amp, and Red is ready to amplify again. The Red speaker is amplified. Saying 2 notes going in from Team Rush. Foley Freeze puts in a 3rd one. And Red's out to a commanding lead with about 50 seconds left. 73 to a blue 44. 95-58. That's the Steel Vipers. Over on the Blue Alliance, trying to slow down the Red onslaught. Playing a little bit of defense and preparing for the end game period for Blue. Meanwhile, the Red speaker is amplified again. Oh, the shot from Rush just missed as we go into our end game period, and we've got a note spotlit up on the Red stage and almost 2. Got 2 blue robots that are parked on the blue stage as these Red robots try to get off the ground with 1 second left. Team Rush does it on the spotlit note. That's an extra point, and we'll see the official scores here shortly. Okay, folks, we're in the upper bracket on this one. That means both these teams stay in to play another match further on in our elimination tournament. And it looks like our scores are ready. It's going to be a Red Alliance with a score of 94-65. So our winner in that last one will be moving on to match 11, still in the upper bracket. The losing alliance will go to match number 9 against alliance number 6 in the lower bracket, depending on the score of match number 6.
Match number 8 on the active field. Alliance 7 versus Alliance 3 in the upper bracket. Without further ado, let's meet our teams. Right here, we have Team 247.
Team 247 from Berkeley High School. It's the Bears, the captain of the number 7 Alliance.
In the middle is Team 217.
3-time world champions, the Thunder Chickens.
Last but not least, we have Team 469.
2-time world champions, the Lost Gorillas.
Over on the blue, we have Team 2851.
From Sterling Heights, it's Revolution.
In the middle, we have Team 4998.
Captain of the number 3 Alliance, it's Tesla.
And finally, we have Team 9618.
It's the Tron Arcs from Allen Park.
We have a thumbs up. Drivers behind the line. And 3, 2, 1, crescendo.
It's the autonomous period in match number 8. I see 2 red notes going in, make it 3. 1 from the Lost Gorillas. Over on the blue side, notes also going in. Tesla works to put 1 in the amp. As we move into the tele-operated period, Reds up 31 to a Blues 16. 28-51. That's the Crevolution machine from Utica Community Schools. Grabs the note, they shoot, they score. Now they have another note and they put it in the amp. That's 1 in the amp for blue. 49-98, Tesla also shoots and scores, as does their rookie partner, Tornarks, and the red speaker is amplified. Let's see if the Bears can put another note in as before the amp goes out, and they do. Meanwhile, our blue speaker is amplified as the Crevolution machine put a note in. Tesla, the team captain, puts another note in, and the Crevolution puts another note in the amp. The Red Alliance has 2 notes in the amp. They're ready to amplify again, and they do. Right as 247, the Bears put another note into that speaker to count for some more points. We've got less than about 50 seconds left in a very, very close match. Only 4 points between these alliances. Make it a tie. It is currently a tie with about 40 seconds left. 1 point between them now as these machines rapidly cycle back and forth across the field. The Thunder Chickens shoot and score. That's 217 over for red. The Lost Gorillas into the amp, and it doesn't quite get in there as the Bears are getting ready for end game period on the Red Alliance. 3 points between these alliances make it 6. And that's another lead change with only 3 seconds left. We've got 1 red robot off the ground. We've got one blue robot off the ground. One spotlight over on blue, and we will see what the official score here is shortly. Okay, folks, remember, we're in the upper bracket. That means that both of these alliances stay in. The scorekeepers are busy getting ready to finalize that official score, and it looks like we are ready to go. Let's roll it. The Blue Alliance, 91-86. So our Blue Alliance is going to stay in the upper bracket. The Red Alliance will be playing match number 10 in the lower bracket. Troy, we are basically in a field timeout. So this is kind of a field timeout for right now. And as soon as we get official word, we will get back to playing our elimination matches. Impressive, Chuck. Very impressive. Oh, a score. Attention, Troy. The field issue for match number 6 has been resolved. The field issue has been resolved. As a result of that, we will be replaying match number 6. We'll be replaying match number 6.
We have a lost phone. If you... No, it's not lost? Never mind. The lost phone has been found. Replay of match 6 in the lower bracket here on the active field. The first member of the Red Alliance is Team 5436.
They were the winners of the Woodhaven event this year. It's the Cybercats.
Joining them is Team 1718.
They were finalists at Kettering this year. They were finalists on their division last year. It's the Fighting Pie.
The final member of the Red Alliance is Team 201.
They won Impact this year and Barron Springs. It's the Feds.
On the Blue Alliance side is Team 1188.
From Royal Oak, Michigan, it's the Ravens.
In the middle is Team 68.
They were finalists this year at Kettering 2. It's Trucktown Thunder.
And finally, we have Team 573.
They won Impact last year at Troy 1, this very event. It's the Mech Warriors.
We've got a thumbs up. Drivers behind the line, and 3, 2, 1, crescendo.
We're back in the lower bracket for elimination match number 6. Last time we played this match, it was a close one, and this match doesn't shape up to be any different. Team Fighting Pie shooting into their speaker in auto to give us a score of 29 to 24 red coming out of auto. Huge collision over a note on this field side, and Fighting Pie comes away with it as they then go score in their speaker. Team 573, that's the Mech Warriors scoring over for blue into their alliance's speaker. Team 68 now in the middle of the field, looking like they're attempting to pick up a note. They had a really big hit earlier in this match with the Fighting Pie. We're hoping that both robots are okay. They have another one after Fighting Pie shot into the Red Alliance speaker. Team 68 looks to be immobile now as they are no longer moving. Hopefully they're able to get up by the end of this match. Huge hits all around as the Mech Warriors power through 3 red robots to go score in an amplified speaker. 201, that's the Feds lining up, getting ready to give their team a note. Team 17-18, the Fighting Pie, lines up to shoot and score, and then goes and picks up the note that the Feds had given them earlier in this match. The Mech Warriors cruising across the field right next to their alliance partner, Team 68, who is still not moving as we have a minute left in this match. 54-36, the Cybercats, that's your Alliance 2 captain, over to pick up a note from their human player station. They get it this time, and they did not the last time. The Feds now mimicking their partner as they're picking up a note as well. 573, that's the Mech Warriors, picked up and shot a note into their Alliance's speaker, which happened to be amplified this time. This match is shaping up to be a little bit different than our original, with 68 still not moving. The approaching endgame is 79 to 48. The Feds now lining up to climb as their human player spotlights a microphone. Team 17-18, the Fighting Pie, lining up to climb alongside their partners, and 573, the Mech Warriors, climbing on a spotlit microphone and scoring in the trap as our clock hits 0. Our elimination match 6 scores are ready. Alliance with a score of 91 to 60. Alliance 2 will continue on in the lower bracket, moving on to match 9, and unfortunately, our Alliance 6 has been eliminated. Let's give a big round of applause to the teams on our blue alliance. Starting with the captain, 573, the Mech Warriors. Let's hear it for their partner, Trucktown Thunder. And finally, Team 1188, the Ravens.
Okay, folks, because we have a team playing back-to-back matches, we have one of our alliances playing a back-to-back match. We're going to take a 10-minute field timeout. And Troy, we're going to be resuming with match number 9 after our 10-minute field timeout. Thank you.
We have a lost green iPhone with a picture of a green candle, it looks like, on the back. If you are missing a phone with that description, please come pick it up. We don't want it. Match number 9 in the lower bracket, Alliance 4 against Alliance 2 here on the active field. Without further ado, let's meet our teams. Right here is Team 2834.
It's the Bionic Blackhawks, one of our Hall of Fame teams here at Troy.
Joining them is Team 226.
It's our hometown team, the Hammerheads.
And finally, we have Team 9558.
It's the Steel Vipers from Warren.
Over on the blue is Team 201.
The Feds from Rochester, Michigan, representing Rochester High School.
In the middle is Team 1718.
From Armada, it's the Fighting Pie.
And finally is Team 5436.
From Rochester, it is the Cybercats.
We got a thumbs up. Drivers behind the line. And 3, 2, 1, crescendo.
It's match number 9 here on Active Field. I see notes going in over on the red, at least 2. Let's see what this Blue Alliance can continue to do as the Cybercats put another note in for Blue. They have another one. As we move into the teleoperated period, 3 points between these alliances. Blue's up 24 to a red 21. 2:01, the Feds over on the Blue Alliance working to grab a note. They have it. And they're going to put it in the amp over on Blue. Meanwhile, the red speaker is amplified. 2834 has one note in. As 9558 moves over to the amp. They're going to put another speaker in the amplifier there. That's the Steel Vipers. So that red can amplify again. Meanwhile, on the Blue Alliance, the Blue amp has 2 notes in it. They can activate that one anytime they want, as the Steel Stingers and Pi hit together pretty hard in the middle of the field. Both robots continuing to run. The red speaker is amplified. The Blackhawks looking to score. Hammerheads trying to get a shot in. Let's see if they do. Not sure if that one's going to count for red. 2:01, the Feds have a note in their possession, moving from the Blue source as the Fighting Pi are taking some hits, trying to get another note picked up for Blue. Bionic Blackhawks playing some defense on this Blue Alliance as we've got about 30 seconds left in another very close match. Only 2 points between these alliances as we get down to endgame. Reds getting ready to play their endgame, to do their endgame exercise. They're going to try to get a trap over on Blue. Meanwhile, the red robots are continuing to cycle. We've got a Blue robot up. And with 1 second left, possibly one red robot up, and we'll see the official scores here shortly. Remember, this is our lower bracket. So the winner stays in. The alliance that does not win ends up picking another alliance to cheer for. Okay, let's see our scores. Blue Alliance, 82-61. So let's hear a big round of applause for Team 28-34, the Bionic Blackhawks. Team 226, the Hammerheads. And Team 9558, the Steel Vipers, for giving us some amazing competition here at Troy.
Let's meet our teams for match number 10. Alliance number 7 in the red against Alliance number 5 in the blue in the lower bracket. First up here on the active field is Team 247.
The captain of the number 7 Alliance, it's the Bears.
Joining them is Team 217.
Current state champions, it's the Thunder Chickens.
Completing the red alliance is Team 469.
The Los Gorillas from Pontiac.
On the blue side is Team 7178.
Representing Walled Lake Consolidated Schools, it's Yeti.
Joining them is Team 245.
The captain of the number 5 Alliance, the Atombots.
And finally is Team 1.
Our number 1 team in first, the Juggernauts.
We have a thumbs up. Drivers behind the line. And 3, 2, 1, crescendo.
It's the autonomous period in match number 10 here on Active Field. Notes flying in for both alliances. As both Yeti and Juggernauts are lined up at the blue speaker as we move into the teleoperated period. Reds up 31 to a blue 26. The Bears over on the Red Alliance shoot and score. Meanwhile, they bash into the Thunder Chickens as the Chickens move over to the red speaker to try to score. It goes up over the driver's station. The red speaker is amplified as the Bears and Los Gorillas both score into the red speaker. Lots of hard hitting out here on Active Field as these teams rapidly cycle, and the blue speaker is now amplified. The Juggernauts and the Atombots have both scored, as has Yeti. 71-78. We've got about a minute and 25 seconds left in this one with a very close match and a very rough match as these robots cycle back and forth between both sides of the field. 2:45, the Atombots put another note into the blue amplifier. They maneuver around their teammate as the blue speaker is amplified again. The Juggernauts score into it. Let's see if the captain of this alliance can before the lights go out, and they do. Meanwhile, over on the Red Alliance, 247 cycling between the red source and the red speaker. All 3 red robots are lined up at the red speaker and ready to shoot and score. The Bears already have. The Thunder Chickens having some problems with their machine. As the Los Gorillas also have a note stuck into the top of that machine. 17 points between these alliances. Red has scored 18 notes. Blue scored 23. As we've got 3 red robots off the turf. We've got 3 blue robots off the turf. We've got a double triple here at Troy, and we'll see the official scores shortly. Okay, let's see those scores. Blue Alliance. A score of 88-71. The Blue Alliance will be moving on to match number 12. And let's hear a huge round of applause for Team 247, the Bears. Team 217, the Thunder Chickens. And Team 469, the Lost Gorillas, for giving us some incredible competition here at Troy.
We are now in a field timeout. Match number 11 in the upper bracket, Alliance number 1 versus Alliance number 3 here on the active field. Without further ado, let's meet our teams. Starting us off is Team 2960.
They were your finalists here last year. It's the Automation Nation.
Joining them is Team 910.
They were finalists at Mishawaka last year. It's the Folly Freeze.
Completing the Red Alliance is Team 27.
They've won the Big Four at Worlds. It's Rush.
On the Blue Alliance, we have Team 2851.
They're from Sterling Heights, Michigan. It's the Crevolution.
Next to them is Team 4998.
They're looking for their first trip to finals. It's Tesla.
And finally is Team 9618.
They won Wayne State this year as a rookie. It's the Trunarchs.
We're ready to get this going. Drivers behind the line. And don't move.